Hi everyone, we're the Final Bosses, and today we're going to be talking about... We easily think this could be one of the best written shows and easily the most popular show of 2021. Obviously this show is graphic and we do have to give a warning about that before we get in there, but with that out of the way, let's fight! So we're not going to go super in depth because we don't want to do spoilers, and we will do theories and stuff for this show later, but I've got to say this show is going to be big. That without a doubt I can say. The show is following the comics pretty much to the key with some slight changes, and the characters are wonderful. And before you ask, no, you do not have to have read the comics to enjoy this show. There's a lot to it that is just self-written and the story is self-explanatory. But talking about the characters, these are the most real teenage and human characters that you will ever feel in a show. The emotion and the way they build over the 8-episode arc is phenomenal. And I would say is probably better than any superhero show I've watched to date, and that includes Young Justice and the original Teen Titans from 2001. The next thing to do is to say that the pacing is phenomenal. Like, you would feel like some of it would go fast, but the faster pacing in the show actually is what grabs your attention. You are never bored when watching Invincible. Like, you will never be. There is never a moment where I've been watching the show where I have not been shocked, and I read the comic, so that should say something. But to add to the story and characters, we're going to go into the animation, and I'm going to pass it to my friend here.
What's going on, guys? It's Crow now on the mic, but here we're going to talk about a few of the animation details and everything. Now, one of the big things that I want to talk to you guys about is there's no big character details that we're going to cover in this particular video, but if you guys would like to see that, and if there's a certain character that you want us to explore and give theories about, the way they look, the way they act, any of that stuff, you know, leave it down in the comments and we'll get to that stuff and everything. But this is your open invitation on that part. But with that being said, one of the biggest things about the animation of this show is the brutality of it, and with all of that being put into there, most of the gore in this and the brutal visuals that you're going to end up exposing yourself to are very over the top, but it's not there just for senseless gore and violence and everything like that. There is a reason to it, but please be advised going into this, don't think this is some lighthearted cartoon about superheroes and supervillains and everything like that. It will churn your stomach if you're not ready for it. But aside with that though too, we actually do have some characters involved in the show that are part of the LGBT community, so just be prepared for that and everything, and if you got an open mind about that, and we here are very open-minded about that. But on the actual animation side of it and everything, I personally really enjoy the crisp details that they have in the character work. The models are great. Everybody looks fantastic. Everybody moves really well. The fight scenes are so amazing. It's visually just a very stunning animation to be able to actually be a part of and actually be able to sit down and watch. This ain't something you want to listen to. You want to actively be watching the show. The facial emotion that they give with these characters, you really kind of actually feel sympathy for most of these characters almost right out the get-go, even if they're good or bad. And it's just amazing how much they're able to pack in such these little moments. But like I said, the violence is not just senseless. It's not just there for show. It's not just Mortal Kombat fatalities or anything like that. It is there for a specific reason. It's there to help develop the story and give you that sense of darkness that this story is going to end up unfolding for us. But on the side of that and everything, I would really like to actually give you guys the opportunity down in the comments, you know, what is your opinion on the show? What's your opinion on these characters? What's your opinion on the way that things are going, and what do you think is going to happen? And let us know if there's any videos that you guys would like to see about this. And don't forget that you can catch this show, Invincible, on Amazon Prime. It is exclusively on there, so please go and check this out. You won't regret it.